everybody, I'm Ramona Williams with Springs Home Team. I'm here with Mike again, Cardinal Financing, and we are here for round 2 of Lender Talk.
Yay, round 2.
So every day between 11 and 11:30 we're going to start this video, and like I said, just ask your questions if you guys have questions.
That would be really good, because right now we don't have a lot of questions, so we're just going to wing it, and that's scary. It would be better to have.
Actually, there's so much to talk about that we're not really winging it. There's so much to talk about. But today's topic, we're going to talk about what do you need to qualify? What do you need to have when you talk to your lender? What do you need present to give to your lender to go through the qualification process?
So it's actually not as hard as a lot of people think. The number one reason people don't get qualified for a loan is that they just don't apply. So if you actually take the effort to, put your name out there and put your information out there and talk to somebody like myself, or there's a lot of other lenders out there, we can do things online. We have an online application, but the main thing is having income, being able to prove it, obviously having credit. And the good thing is, if you get with somebody like myself that knows what they're doing, we can actually help you figure out what you may be missing. Because it's a puzzle, several different pieces. We may be missing a piece for you, and I can say, look, if we get this over here fixed, then we'll be okay. So it could be a credit glitch, it could be an income glitch, it could be a job glitch. We just don't know. Everybody's situation is different. Right.
So you have to have proof of income.
Correct.
Whether it's a W-2,
tax
returns if you're self-employed, and self-employed, you do 2 years back or 1 year?
Right. So there are a couple different programs. Realistically, most programs prefer 2 years. However, if somebody has really strong credit, we could actually get somebody approved with just 1 year's taxes. But they again have to be, we have to run it in the system, see what it says. But a lot of times, if the credit profile is strong, the income is strong, we don't have to go back into a 2-year debt history. Just do 1 year. So just really, every borrower is different. Like I said, the number one reason people don't get approved is they don't realize that it was really not that hard.
Right. A
lot of people have this, mindset, oh, I need 20% debt. I have to have this great job. I have to have an 800 credit score. No, you don't. Everybody's situation.
There's so many different programs, so many different down payment programs. Absolutely. To help you if you don't have any money to put down. Now, you can't buy a house with no money, but because you need earnest money, and you need inspection money, and you need appraisal money. But other than those things, there are down payment programs where you don't have to come out of pocket.
Right. Obviously the biggest and most well-known is VA. So any of our military people out there, of course, thank you for your service. But our biggest thank you for you is to get you into a loan for no money down. Woo woo. It's a really good deal.
Thanks,
really
VA.
Is. Thank you, VA. And then, then next to that, if we can't go VA, then we're looking at USDA as a 100% loan also. But then you have to be out in a rural area. If you want to hang out with the chickens and the cows and the horses, and you want to have a little ranch,
land,
you can do that too.
That.
And that's 100% financing too. Now those type of loans are subject to other limits for income. They're subject to limits for the county. So every loan, again, ask questions, talk to people, find out your options. But even if you can't do either of those, you can go with as little as 3% down, and then 3.5% down for FHA. So there's a lot of different programs. All this idea of I need 20% down, I need all this money in the bank, that's not even the case anymore. There's people out there getting into homes for less than a couple grand, less than it would take to rent.
Right.
So this is where you come in with a inspiring thing to say. The
rent. Yeah.
The rent.
Why pay someone else's mortgage? Actually, if you want to pay someone else's mortgage, just call me. I'd be more than happy to put you into one of my rentals, and you can pay my mortgage. That is not a problem. I can tell you right now, with the rental rates, they have gone up 27% in the last 3 years. So when you're renting a house that's probably not even in the best shape, you're paying more for that rent than you would be paying for a house of your own that you can paint your walls whatever you want, or make it your own.
Right, absolutely.
And gain equity. That's the main thing, is gaining equity. So
I completely agree. And the thing is, like she said, you're paying somebody else's mortgage. When you think about it, write down how much you're paying for rent right now, extrapolate it out over 10 years. After 10 years, how much of that money do you get back as equity, or a refund from the government, or a write-off on your taxes?
Zero.
Say it with me one more time. Zero. But if you own a home, even if the prices don't go up a ton, you're still going to have the appreciation that you do get, but you're also going to have the equity that you gain from making your payments on your loan, and your credit is improving, and you're going to be in a situation where you can maybe sell that home after a couple years, or maybe buy a bigger home, or keep that home and rent it out. But you don't have any options if you don't call us.
Right.
If you don't buy, if you don't try.
So to wrap it up, when we call you, if we don't do a loan online, when we call you, we should have our Social Security numbers,
right,
our date of birth, our house, our address, just basic stuff like that. What we make a year.
The main thing is 2 years of history. I mean, if I can figure out 2 years of where you lived, 2 years of where you worked, I can put it all together and figure it out from there. Now, if you haven't had any income and you haven't lived anywhere stable for a couple of years, we might have to do some things to make you a little more stable.
Put the puzzle together.
Right, but again, even people, I hate to go out on a limb here, but even there are loan programs out there for even people that don't have socials. So
right.
we don't do a lot of those programs, but there are I-10 loan programs. So
I-10, but you have to have a work permit.
Yes, and you have to be legal standing in the United States,
right.
but you have to actually file your taxes. But there's ways that people could do an I-10 loan and actually have bank statements. They don't even need tax returns.
Right.
So there's a lot of different options. Again, everybody's situation is unique. You may qualify and not even know that you could.
Yeah. So don't hesitate to get online, give us a call, reach out to Mike or myself. We will get you together. If you're looking to buy a house, we'll make it happen.
Absolutely.
That's what we do. We will make it happen. If that's really what you want to do, whether it's next week, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, or a year and a half from now, we'll help you through it.
Right, and even, again, if you're not ready right this second, at least you need to know what you need to do to get there. I mean, honestly, if you knew that if you did X, Y, and Z and you could buy a house in 2 months, wouldn't you rather do that than rent? I think you would.
Yeah. Okay, well, we don't want to take too much of your time. We're wrapping it up. Thanks, Mike, for our lender lesson today.
Yes, we'll
and
be back every
we'll
Monday.
See you next week.
Yeah, get some questions so we have some to answer next time. It'll be great.
Thanks.